Good morning, everyone. This is Sham, Assistant Professor, Civil Department in Chevron Engineering College. Subject Estimation, Specification and Contracts, Unit 3, Earthworks for the Roads and Canals. Today we discuss in Unit 3, Introduction of Roads and Canals. In this Unit 3, the syllabus Earthworks for Roads and Canals, Reinforcement, Bar Bending and Bar Requirement Schedules. In these units, we calculate the earthworks in roads and canals, find the volumes and areas of roads and canals of earth surface, and also reinforcement of the bar bending and bar requirement schedules. We calculate the reinforcement quantities. These are the topics in this unit. So earthwork and excavation. Earthworks, generally all the civil engineering projects like roads, railways, dams, canals, bunds, buildings, etc. involves the earthwork. This earthwork may be either earth excavation or earth filling, or sometimes both will get according to the desired shape and level. Basically, the volume of earthwork is computed from the length, breadth, and depth excavation or filling. So, in this excavation of the earthwork, we calculated mainly volume. So, how much quantity we calculated, how much earthwork in cutting portion, and how much of the volume in filling portion. We are calculated in the earthworks in mainly we calculated volumes. So it is the volume is the mainly one of the quantity of the earthworks. So excavation classification. The material to be excavated shall be classified as follows: the unless otherwise specified. Mainly classifications. First one is the soft or loose soil. Second one is the hard or dense soil. And mud. Next one is the soft or disintegrated rock. In this, not requiring blasting. Next one is the hard rock requiring blasting. Hard rock. Next one is the blasting prohibited. So in this soft, hard soils means loose soil, dense soil. Yes, soft soil is the first one. Soft soil is generally any soil which yields to the ordinary application of the pick and shovel, or to PHA vara means para, shovel or para. Rake or other ordinary digging implement such as a vegetable or organic soil. Turf, gravel, sand, silt, loam, clay, peat, etc. Here soils are formed in some like organic or inorganic formation. So to yield to the ordinary application of the pick and shovel are like para or palugu like etc. instruments used to soil which yields. So it is the digging implementation, such as a vegetable or organic soil. Next one is the hard soil. Generally, any soil which requires the close application of the picks or jumpers or spherifers to loosen, such as steep clay, gravel, cobblestone, water bonded, macadam and soiling of roads. It is the hard soil is like dense soil, not a full hard. It is a dense state. It is from the steep clay and gravel. This show the figure is particles gravel size and steep clay in this hard soils form. Next one is the mud. A mixture of soil and water in fluid or weak solid state. So it is the loosest, very loosest soil in this mixed with water, and also it is the very weak solid state. Next one is the soft and disintegrated rock. It is not requiring the blasting. So in this not used the blasting materials. Rock or boulders which may be quarried or split with the crowbars. This will also include laterite and hard conglomerate. Next one is the hard rock requiring blasting. Any rock or boulders for the excavation of the which blasting is required. So in this rocks are provided the blasting, and blasting provided it is formed boulders, some of the small sizes particles divided into one of the big rock. So it is the small rocks are formed, and after excavation the this boulder. Next one is the hard rock blasting prohibited. The hard rock requiring blasting, but where the blasting is prohibited for any reason and excavation has to be carried out the sizzling, wedging or any other agreed method. So next one is the earthworks, roads. Here one of the main activities in highway construction in earthwork, which is a complex process involving the excavation, transportation and filling of the large quantities of the different earth material types. Earthwork operations are the costly and undergo several constraints because of the fact that they have a large environmental and social effects on the areas surrounding the construction site. Using mathematical models of the produce a minimum cost of earthwork plan that satisfies all constraints is thus of great significance for the enhancing the productivity of the overall construction project. So earthworks for the roads, mainly one of the activity of the construction in earthwork in roads are single line roads, double line roads, means the state highway roads, central highway roads, local roads. This is the one of the main activity of the roads of the construction in earthwork. General terms used in earthworks of the roads. There are borrow pits, balancing earthwork, lead and lift, and last one is a spoil bank. So first one of the borrow pits. So here see the figure. It is the cross section and carriageway means vehicles are passed away this way. Here borrow pits, small pits dug parallel to the road alignment on the both sides. So here pits is the two parallel road alignment. This is the alignment of the carriageway in. So it is the borrow pits is parallel of the alignment of the both sides, left side and right side also. So small pits dug parallel to the road alignment on both sides of the road formation to the draw extra earthwork requirement to fill in embankment. Next one is the spoil bank. It is the extra earthwork expected and to be dumped on the roadsides in road in cutting, dumped in regular shape of the future use. So it is the pathway. For example, they are cutting the soil and fill the road sides, left side or right side. It is used for future sometimes. So rainfall is heavy and soil is fall down and it is a shift the roadsides this soils and compact it into set the roads. So future plans in used the additional soil in used the dumped in roadsides left side or right side also. Next one is the balancing earthwork. While constructing road, it is the desirable for a segment of road that the quantity of the earthwork in cutting and embankment should be nearly equal if the soil available is good for the use. If possible, keeping in mind the limiting values of the gradients and curves, the alignment is so fixed to have a equal quantity of the earthwork in cutting and banking. This is known as a balancing earthwork. So here the values of gradients in and curves, the alignment so fixes already, then equal to from cutting the earthwork and banking. The quantity of the earthwork in cutting and embankment should be nearly equal to the soil. So this is the known as the balancing earthwork. Mainly it is used to balanced cutting of the soil and how to filling the same portions, not wastage of the soil. So for example, 1 cubic meter cutting portion and same 1 cubic meter fill portion used. Here no wastage of the soil. So balance it to form used the soil cutting portion and also filling portion. Next one, lead and lift. Lead means horizontal distance traveled by the earth to be moved for banking or dumping. And lift means vertical distance traveled by the earthwork after excavation. Lead, when a unit of lead is 500 meters to 5000 meters, 5000 meters, lead is the measured as a separate item. So, like 500 to 1000 meters, next 1000 to 1500 meters, and similarly 15 to 2000 meters. So it is increasing to the 500 meters, 500 meters, 500 meters, up to the 5,000 meters. When the unit of lead is buying 5 kilometers, lead is measured to separate item starting from 1 kilometer or half kilometer. Lead item shall be include loading and unloading. Lead is measured from center of the expected place to center of the dumping place. Lift means height measured from the ground level. Excavation of the soil up to 1.5 meters from ground level and depositing on the ground is included in earth item rate. Extra lift is measured in the unit of 1.5 meters or part thereof. Inherent lift is measured separately due to slope difference in the lead beyond 250 meters. When the earth is to be moved over a bank dumped beyond it, lift is measured difference in level of center of gravity to excavated area and top of bank. These are the lead and lift. Next, canals. Canals is an artificial structure generally temporary in the shape constructed on the ground to carry water to fields either from river or from tank or reservoir. Based on the discharge and its relevant importance of the irrigation networks canals, so canals mainly divided into main canals, branch canals, major distributors, and minor distributors and water courses. So first one is the main canal. Main canal takes off directly from the upstream side of wirehead works or dam. Usually no direct supply to the fields or water courses. Feeds branch canals and major distributors. So here main canal means reservoir or ponds like one of the stockage area is the main canal. And second one is the branch canal. Offtakes from the main canal and discharge of 5 cubic meters or more feeds major and minor distributors. So here no direct irrigation in general. In branch canals, both major and minor distributor is formed. Feeds. Next one is the major distributors. Lesser discharge than branch canals. Takes off from branch canals or main canals. Discharge between the in major distributor is 5 cubic meters and 0.25 cubic meters. Next one is the based on discharge and its relevant importance irrigation network canals. Another fourth one is the minor distributaries. Means minor canals. In this lesser discharge than major distributaries take off from branch canals or distributaries. Discharge below 0.25 cubic meter 6. Water course. Next one. Fifth one is the water course. In this small channels form feeds the fields takes off from distributaries, sometimes from branch canal for nearby the fields. Means water courses is like not a minor distributors, major distributors. Here near any fields connecting the major, minor, main branch or main canals. It is the takeoff from distributaries and also so here see the main canals, branch canals, distributaries and field. So it is the river. Here it is the barrage or here means here so the canal head regulator. It is the main canal from reservoir barrage. So it is a subdivided branch canal. So branch canal is divided into major distributary and minor distributary, and also minor distributary is water course mean field channel. Here discharge is 30 cubic meter per second. Here discharge minor distributed discharge 2.5. So here see the first one main canal and branch canal and distributary is major distributary and minor distributary and also water course means field. It is the finally is the field channel. Based on the function in these classifications, irrigation canal, carrier canal, feeder canal, navigation canal, power canal. So mainly functions in irrigation canal carries water from its source to agricultural fields. So mainly irrigation canal used the agricultural purpose for the crops. It is used for water is crops. Any crop like red chilies, next one carrier canal feeds another canal. Here take the feeds one canal. Next one feeder canal. Here feeds two or more canals in feeder canal. And next one is the navigation canal. It is used for the transport of the goods. Navigation canal. And next one is the power canal. It is used to carry up water generation of hydroelectricity. So power canal is formed the electricity. Here water is generation of hydroelectricity. It is convert water to and generate in electricity. This is the basis of the functions in canals. Next one is the balancing depth. Balancing depth means cutting portion and filling portion, how much cutting and same amount of the soil is filled, not wastage of the soil. Means cutting area equal to the total filling area. Cutting of the soil it is equal to the filling of the soil is both are equal. So economic canal is the possible only sigma cutting equal to sigma filling, means total cutting portion equal to total filling portion. If the amount of cutting and filling are equal to, then the no need of the spoil bank or borrow pit. For a cross section, there is only depth small d. It is the indicated depth small d. Means it is the balancing depth of the canal which enables sigma cutting equal to sigma filling. Means sigma means total cutting portion equal to total filling portion. So see the figure. It is the section line. Height of the cutting area. It is balancing depth. It is the cutting area and filling portion. It is the canal portion. So it is the slopes. Here take the soil and both sides canal. So both sides fill the soil. It is the plane of the earth surface, cutting portion. Below the earth surface and filling portion is the above the earth surface. Both sides, left side and right side, are the both equally filled. So for example, here cutting the 1 cubic meter, take here fill the half cubic meter and here I fill the half cubic meter. So cutting area it is equal to the total filling area. It is the process is in canals. Next one, the lining, canal lining, necessity. So what is the necessity of the canal lining? Preventing the seepage losses, increase the velocity by the reduced friction, increase the discharge, prevention of the erosion of the bed in high velocities, retard growth of the weeds, reduction in maintenance. So advantages in canal lining: water conservation, preventing seepage losses, avoiding water logging in adjoining, erogosity coefficient is reduced by increased smoothness, increased velocity, decreased losses due to the evaporation. Only narrow cross section is needed as the velocity is increased to keep constant discharge. Higher velocity of the offers flatter hydraulic gradient or bed slope. Better command is obtained. Higher velocity prevents in silting. More stable banks, reduced maintenance and possibility of the breaching due to the increased stability, reduced weed growth, increased head availability, flatter gradient, ensures economical water distribution, avoids contact of water with harmful sludge. So these are the advantages of the canal lining. Next one is the disadvantages in canal lining. So heavy initial cost, difficulty in providing outlets, difficulty in maintenance, absence of berm, absence in additional stability for vehicular and pedestrian traffic. So next one is the canal lining types of linings. Mainly three types of linings. There are hard surface lining. Next one is the earth type lining. Next one is the buried and protected membrane type lining. So first one is the hard surface lining. In cement concrete lining form hard surface. So in slope of the earth surface in canals used cement concrete form filling. For lining purpose, it is the hard lining. In earth surface is soil cement line. Soil is formed for lining in slope areas. Next one is the buried protected membranes type lining in prefabricated light membranes lining means geomembranes. In this hard surface lining, shotcrete lining, precast concrete lining, cement mortar lining, brick lining, stone blocks lining, asphaltic lining. In this used hard surface lining, cement concrete also. In earth type lining, in used soil cement lining and clay puddle. Next one is the sodium carbonate lining is used in earth type linings.
And next one is the buried and protected membrane type lining, prefabricated light membrane lining, geomembrane. Next one is the bentonite soil and clay membrane lining. It is the geosynthetic clay liner. It is this here. And another one is the road oil lining.
These are the three types of the linings. So it is the total installation of the canals and roads of the earthworks. Thank you very much, all of you. Any doubt in this unit? And next we discuss the volumes and areas of the earthworks. Okay, thank you very much, all of you.